I was talking to God this morning. That's one of the best things that you can do, is to wake up in the morning with Him on your mind and just to go to Him to get filled, refreshed for that day. So I'm talking to God, and then He was telling me, and I was thanking Him. I was like, God, thank you for taking my blinders off as to how I used to view not just this world, but view what it is as the purpose of this life. Because see, we're trained from the time we're a youth that, okay, go to school, get a good job, making lots of money and get a house and, yada, yada, yada. And that's just surface stuff. That's just, we need to actually understand that while we're here on this earth, this is boot camp. This was boot camp for eternity. I know, I know a lot of you can relate to the fact of how the year begins and then all of a sudden it's over. Like, I cannot believe that this year is almost over. Now, during the first few months of it, it seemed to be dragging on forever because I was going through a hard time. However, y'all noticed this, right? That when something's going on and something's wrong or whatever, or you're in pain, it's just like, every minute just seems like it's an eternity. But when you are happy, when you are joyful, when you're having a good time and having fun, all of a sudden, a month has gone by and you're like, where did it go? And that's how once I just started, talking with God and fellowshipping with Him, that's how it started to go for me. It wasn't something that dragged on. It was something like, oh man, I wish I had some more time. So He was saying that this is preparation. Don't lose that focus. This is preparation. See, we can relate to having to go to elementary school to prepare for middle school, and middle school to prepare for high school, and high school to prepare for college, and college to prepare for being out in the real world. But then we're not teaching our children, and we ourselves are forgetting that this life is preparation for our next life and the position that we're going to hold there. Because yes, if you accept Jesus, if you believe that He died, rose again, you have salvation. But He also says that what you do with the things that I've given you here, whether it be people, talents, assignments, whatever it is going to determine your position in heaven. Now, I know that here on earth, especially, people want, and ain't nothing wrong with it, but it's like, okay, they want the best cars and the best houses and, take the best vacations and things like that. Okay, well, don't you want the best in heaven? Let me tell you something. I'm going to be happy being in heaven, period. Yes. But if there's a difference between living in a shack and living in a mansion in heaven, I want to live in a mansion. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? That's how people are down here for the most part. They would choose a mansion over a shack. But with that being said, because I ain't knocking nobody that lives in a shack, because guess what? You have one. And that's the thing. That's about perspective, because you got people out there that are homeless. And that's another thing that God is really, putting on my heart, because see, a lot of my upsetness came from my misery of the things that I did not have, relationships that were, strained or non-existent. And I wanted that, not having the things that, I'm going to be real. I've been in a situation for a long time But then I'm grateful for it because it's taught me to appreciate the things that I have and the things that I believe he's going to give me. Because the things that I don't have, I used to have, but I didn't appreciate it. And I put it before him. Not only did I not appreciate it, but then I still put the things above him. And God is saying, look, you need to get your focus right and what's supposed to be on, and it's supposed to be on me. And if you're keeping your focus on things that, one, are not me, two, you're not even appreciating it because I let you have it anyway. So he was like, look, Daddy went snatch, 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 snatch. All of it. I ain't even going to go into everything. But pretty much I got set way back to the beginning. But that's okay. And I'm thankful and I'm grateful for that. Because if I hadn't had those things taken away, then I never would have refocused myself. And I know I'm going to get those things in the future. Matter of fact, I'm prophesying. I feel like it's right around the corner. I feel like it's right around the corner. But even if it isn't, I'm still okay. Like Paul said, I've learned the secret to being content, whether in abundance or whether in lack. I know what it's like to be in lack. I did not know what it was like to be content in lack until now. Because what it boils down to is appreciation for just, guess what? I got breath in my body. I have healthy children. I have the ability to talk to the Almighty God and have like a conversation. No, I may not hear him audibly, but I hear him inwardly. He talks to me all the time. And I cannot tell you how blessed and peaceful and humbling that is. To have the creator of the universe actually be like, you know what you got to say, and conversate back with you. And you can say, you crazy, you kooky, whatever. And to that I say, get on it, boo. Get on it. Taste this sweetness. Taste this honey. Whatever it is you like. Splenda. I don't know. Whatever. But me, I like sugar. Don't give me no Splenda, give me sugar. But I digress. But so he's on me this morning, and then he's talking about how I was on that road. I was in worldly mode status, and I was seeking the things of just the external. I wanted access to that what I thought was like the elite party, because the world, let me tell you something, it wants you to think that these things are just because if you don't have them, seek for these things because it's great, it's wonderful. It's, you're getting into the A-list parties, whatever. It's not an A-list party. Matter of fact, no invitation is needed. You don't need a security code to get in. It's come in, everybody come in, everybody come in. No problem. But with that though, that means if there is no containment, so to speak, if there's no, I don't even know the word, but put it to you this way, when you get into the party that you thought would be so great, and because it was in a mansion and they got a pool and you can hear the music in the background and people laughing, but like when you gain entrance in, you see sadness. You see, I don't know if you've ever seen a person at a party or at a gathering and it could be they're drinking, it could be they're on something, or it could be that they're not on anything, but you could just sense that the expression on their face is not what they feel inside. They might be laughing and whatever on the outside, but inside you could just sense that pain and that turmoil and that just lacking and that just, loneliness. And you just know that they're just putting on, a show. And then he was saying, that's what you were looking for. You thought that was the bee's knees, that would be, once you finally got in there, that's all you wanted, because it looked like it was fun. It looked like people were having a good time, but it wasn't. It wasn't. People sad, people miserable, people, are hopeless in that situation. They're distracting themselves with the games and all up on each other and, whatever, drinking, whatever. Look, and don't come at me and talk about, oh, you're talking about drinking. Look, there's nothing against drinking. Jesus drank wine, but he also said drink, but don't get drunk. So, and I ain't judging nobody because like I said, we all, including me, got issues and struggles with whatever it is we're struggling with. The point of it is that that's what I was looking at. That's what I thought was once I got it, I'd be happy. And God said, no. He said, seek to get into that. You see that over there? What looked like a shack? No, I'm going to go back to the shack. You see that thing over there that looked like a shack? Go on up to it. Go on up to it and go on in, right? When you go up to the door, though, it's locked. Okay, it's a shack. Why you got a shack locked? You should just be able to go in. And then right beside it, you see a keypad to enter in a security code. Freaking shack, locked for and then got a security code. I mean, that place was a mansion. I could just walk right on in. That was no problem. No security guards, no security code. Just come on in. Open, door wide open. Come on in. Why is this shack locked? And I got to enter security code. And so then God said to enter this. JESUS. And I open the door and you walk in and it's just the most beautiful place. It's like as soon as you enter in and you look around and you're just happy and at peace and joyful. And you're looking at things, and to the world, it might look mundane because ain't no loud music, ain't no, it's just like walking into just quiet. Just quiet. And then you go a little bit further in, and then you're seeing, just a beautiful scene. You're seeing people together happy and laughing and joy. And what am I saying? The point of it is that don't get trapped up in what the world calls or what the world thinks as this is what you want to be in. You want to be where the glitz and the glamour and the picture taking and the loud music and that right there. It's fake and that's phony if Jesus ain't in the center of it. What you want to do, and especially you don't want that if there ain't no security code to get in. It's all access. That means that whatever you want to go down in, it's going to go down in it regardless. And then there's this place that looks like it's nothing from the outside. It looks like it's worthless from the outside. It looks like, okay, there ain't nothing happening right there. But then you go to it. You go to that shack. And it's locked, and you got to enter security code. Word says that nobody gets to the Father except through Jesus. You enter that code, JUSUS, and watch him unlock something in your life, things that you never thought were possible. And I'm not necessarily saying that you're going to be to where you have riches or you have fame or you have or you have the things that the world deems as desirable. I'm saying what you'll have is Jesus. And I'm saying that wherever he wants to take you is going to be wonderful. We need to change our perspective and realize that sometimes the greatest things that we can do and accomplish are just being able to love on one another and serve one another and find joy in one another and not just think about ourselves and think about what we have or what we want. And so that's just what he put on my heart this morning, that get off the road that's wide and broad and everybody can get in, because you already know that there are plenty of places that you would not go because certain people of certain character are there. What the good thing about it is, though, is that when you go to the shack and you enter the code, those that you maybe once like, they're going to be there. And those that you thought should have been there, you ain't going to see them. But I tell you what, be grateful and be thankful that you were granted entrance, because you could have still been at that party. But guess what? That party's going to end one day, and it's not going to end in a place that you want to be at.